Yo, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we are going to be taking a look at some of the potential Prime Icon Moments cards that we will be getting probably this Friday in FIFA 20. There's been a bunch of the images leaked from the dynamic images for these Prime Icon Moments cards. We're going to take a look at all of them today, and there are some ideas of when the cards are actually taken from, which could mean a change in position, it could mean certain boosts to certain stats. And what we'll do is I'll show you at the end just a few of the cards that I have actually come up with, and we'll talk through it, try and discuss when the cards were actually from. So if you enjoyed today's video, smash a like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content as always. This is instead of the Tielemans review for now, which will be coming later tonight. But as you can see, these are the dynamic images which we are going to get, and the guy for, well, whoever actually found all of these images, I'll be putting their link in the description below, because massive props to them. They brought these images, they found them somehow, and now we are able to use them. You can put them on card designs, on FIFA rosters, things like that. So you can mess around with the card designs, make things of your own. So guys, you might recognize a few of the iconic images from my football knowledge or from your football knowledge. What we'll have to do is let me know down in the comments, when do you think these specific images are from? It's going to be easy for some people who have amazing football knowledge, but for me, it might be a bit harder. So guys, these are the Prime Icon Moments. And if you remember from last year, the ones we had, if we look on Foothead, the ones we had from last year, we had the likes of Ruud Gullit. And the thing with these cards is they are so rare. This promo, for me, is just not so hyped. You can see Ruud Gullit Prime Icon Moments. These were SBCs. Will we get SBCs this year? Apparently not, because EA did say the note at the start before the game came out. But you never know, they might change their mind and we might get Prime Icon Moments in SBCs. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. But every player, every icon in FIFA 20 will get a Player Moments card. This one here, Ruud Gullit. So if we look at the boost for this Ruud Gullit card, you can see he does get a significant boost to the shooting, a +4 to the shooting, which he already has 91 shooting. Gets a little boost to the pace, little boost to the passing. Well, no, sorry, a +4 to the passing. He gets +1 to the dribbling, +3 to the defending, and a +1 to the physical. So they've really boosted that shooting stat, and I think that's a good sign to show. We did also see, well, I believe we can see a change in position for these cards. You can see here Ruud van Nistelrooy, but if you're on Foothead and there aren't Prime Icon Moments for some cards, it's because they didn't get one. For some reason EA only did a few cards with the Prime Icon Moments, but yeah, for me, I don't really know why they didn't do all of them last year, but we have all of them this year, so hopefully they can be achievable. SBCs would be phenomenal. As for the continuation, Zidane, I have no idea when this photo's from. I feel like I recognise it, but yeah, it could be from whenever. Van der Sar, I believe that's the Champions League match in Moscow. You can sort of tell by the hair, the pose. I believe that is the time from Moscow. We have Thierry Henry, and this is a really interesting one, because this Thierry Henry card, I believe it's when he came back and he was on his return at Arsenal. Not sure which match it's from, but I do remember this moment, and it was an iconic moment. But is that a prime Thierry Henry moment? He wasn't in his prime when he came back to Arsenal, so if they're taking it as that, he wasn't at his peak. So that made me think, would they have a card which is lower than his cards normally, but make it more overpowered or something? I don't know. I think they'll just be like a +1 to his regular card. But Thierry Henry is there. Steven Gerrard, and I have to give props to this guy on Twitter, Premio. He said about the Ronaldinho, which we'll talk about in a bit, and the Steven Gerrard goal against West Brom. So yeah, that's the moment from that one. We've got Sol Campbell, we have Socrates, we have Ryan Giggs, we have Ruud van Nistelrooy, Ruud Gullit. Some of these dynamic images are very easy to tell, but some of them, like that Rui Costa one, I mean, if you're a true fan of Rui Costa, you'll know what it is. But for me, I mean, come on, he's not really doing too much. This Roy Keane, I believe this is around the time where he had an amazing moments against the likes of Juventus. I believe he was doing so well in the Champions League, and I've had a few rumours that it could be around the player's performance throughout a whole tournament, or it could be it's an icon moment, so shouldn't it just be one period in time? But could it be for the whole tournament? We'll have to wait and see. This Ronaldo card, I mean, he is just going to be absolutely exceptional, but will he be achievable for the likes of you and I? I'm not too sure. I don't know what the average person on foot. It's going to be so hard to obtain these cards. We have Ronaldinho, which was against England, and the interesting thing was, as mentioned by the guy on Twitter, again, I'll leave a link to his Twitter in the description because massive help to him. This is from his free kick against England. You can see the picture here, and he played Cam in that game. Ronaldinho, prime icon moments at Cam. If you are absolutely loaded on this game, you'll have a lot of fun with that card. I just hope they drop them in draft a lot more than they used to. Ronald Koeman, we've got Roberto Carlos, Baggio, Robert Pires, Rivaldo, Rio Ferdinand. I feel like I recognise that image so clearly in my mind. I just honestly can't remember what the moment was, but it's a nice looking dynamic image anyway. Raul, very, very nice. Schmeichel looks really young on that photo, to be honest. We've got Pep Guardiola, which I'm not sure which moment his going to be. Pele had an abundance of amazing moments throughout his career, so which one this is from, you guys will know more than me. Probably from a World Cup. The guy was an absolute freak in the World Cups. Pavel Nedved, one of the most exciting cards in my opinion. Could this be a Cam card as well? That's really, really exciting, but I think you can tell from the top he's wearing that it's going to be a Juventus moment. Paul Scholes. Could this be from the Barcelona match where he scored an absolute screamer? It sort of looks like that. Sort of by the back of the shirt, you can kind of see maybe the Champions League writing. Could be wrong, but yeah, that's just my opinion. This Patrick Vieira one, I feel like this is, I don't know, is it after the game at Old Trafford? I'm not too sure. It sort of rings a bell in that area, but you guys, again, will have to let me know down in the comments. Patrick Kluivert looks really, really young on that photo as well. Maldini there just looks like an absolute boss, beast defender. Miroslav Klose, maybe that's the World Cup, potentially could be. Then we have Michael Owen. As a young kid, did win the Ballon d'Or, so it could be around that year. Be interesting to see whether they pick one moment in time, one game, or whether they pick, again, a whole sort of campaign. Michael Laudrup, not sure what that is, to be honest. Michael Essien. Now, this is just going to be for my... that goal he did score. Is that going to be that one? Is that... if I look at that, that has to be... Yeah, it's that one, isn't it? It's the one against Barcelona. That absolute screamer, the outside the boot shot, it has to be that one. The shirt is very, very similar with the collar. I think I've got that one right, guys. We've got Michael Ballack. I recognise that image as well, hopefully. I don't know if that's the same as his moments card last year, if he did have one. We've got Van Basten. Will be interesting to see whether he's in packs or not, with the controversy that's surrounded him lately. We've got Desai, happy as always. Overmars. Garincha looks just, yeah, very stern. And one thing I think that EA might have struggled with was finding clear images to actually get for these cards, because they don't want to leave poor quality images. They want to make sure that it all looks good. We've got Luis Hernandez. I'm sure like Castro will know what this one is, but my Mexican football knowledge is not so good. Luis Figo. We've got Matthias. That card is going to be insane. Yashin again. They've done well to get a really clear sort of image for that one. Laurent Blanc, he looks very young on that photo. He is going to be insane on FIFA 20. Kenny Dalglish, what a career he had. If you're a Liverpool fan, you have to be excited for this Kenny Dalglish card. Ricardo Kaká, that is definitely a Brazilian picture, and I'm just going to see if I can find this one quickly. It's, you know when you see an image in your mind and it is so clear, but unfortunately this time I cannot seem to find it just quickly. But Kaká, what a legend he is. Really, really made me enjoy watching football. Veron, we've got John Barnes, we've got Johan Cruyff. I believe that's the same image from last year if I'm not incorrect. Jens Lehmann, it'd be the one you don't want to pack. JJ Okocha, Zanetti, I mean he will be very, very nice in game. We've got Yari Littmanen, Ian Wright, Ian Rush, Hugo Sanchez. I don't want this video to go on forever. Stoichkov, Nakata. We've got Crespo, Henrik Larsson. There are a lot of icons. Zambrotta, Gianfranco Zola. What an insane player he was. Haji, George Best. I mean, that is brilliant still. George Best from last year. And the thing that annoyed me last year was the upgrade SBCs, the icon upgrade SBCs. At least we don't have to worry about that this year because I completed George Best. The next week, Prime Icon Moments Best. Gattuso, Gary Lineker. We've gone for Frank Rijkaard, Frank Lampard. That surely is from when he broke the record, maybe, for Chelsea. Potentially could be. We've got Baresi, Inzaghi, Hierro. Hopefully this list doesn't go on for much longer. Cannavaro, he's going to be really good. Eusebio, fantastic. Petit, Butragueno, Maradona, Didier Drogba. That looks like Champions League, if I'm not incorrect. The Champions League final, potentially. Dennis Bergkamp, famous Arsenal moments. Deco, Trezeguet, Makelele. That again could be Chelsea or Real Madrid. Clarence Seedorf, Vieri, Carlos Alberto. See that image there? I believe that's not a dynamic image, is it? So that could be for the whole tournament. And I think this just probably because they found it so hard maybe to find an image. I'm not so sure. Carlos Puyol, Bobby Moore. We've got Shevchenko, Pirlo, Nesta, Del Piero, and I think again this is from a free kick in the World Cup. This moment was, and Alan Shearer, guys. So what do you think? What do you think about the Prime Icon Moments cards? We'll go back to the top. I actually have this here to show you. And this is my draft of what the Prime Icon Moments could actually look like. Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Hullet, all look absolutely insane. If anyone is able to pack any of these cards, congratulations, you've just got like 10 million coins. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. What I wanted to do is just really create a discussion on YouTube as when these moments cards could actually be from. Imagine like a +1 to the card stats, I would say. I don't think we'll get like a +2, but these cards should be nice. I don't know how much better than they will be than their prime cards, but I just wanted to do this video for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, smash a like down below and subscribe for a lot more FIFA 20 content. I'll see you all tomorrow for another FIFA video.